What's good, peeps? Thanks as always for passing by the channel. Much appreciated. Hit that subscribe button if you guys are new. All right, so I touched on this briefly on my This Week in Boxing show that I just put up, but I wanted to talk about it a bit more because it has pissed me off a little bit. Not a lot, but enough to make a video about it anyway. And that's that, or the rumor anyway, that Tyson Fury could, it's still a could, fight Charles Martin next. It's pissed me off a lot, actually. It's not just a bit. I'm pretty upset about this matchup. I don't know. I'm still a bit confused as to how Tyson Fury, Bob Arum, Top Rank, ESPN are getting away with this shit. A bit confused. If Tyson Fury was signed to Eddie Hearn and Matchroom, and a rumor came out, or even Eddie Hearn mentioned that Tyson Fury's next opponent could be Charles Martin, Eddie Hearn would get absolutely destroyed over social media. It seems to be allowed that the recognized, I don't know how he is, but the recognized #1 heavyweight in the world is allowed to fight a guy called Tom Schwartz, who, again, don't lie, you never heard of before. No chance. No chance. A guy that probably isn't around the top 60, 70. And Charles Martin, a guy floating around the top 40. A guy that Anthony Joshua smashed to pieces in 2 rounds. A guy that I consider to be one of the worst heavyweight champions I've ever seen in my life. That's who Tyson Fury is rumored to be fighting in now, I think, September, October. How is this even allowed? Think about this for a second. Tyson Fury is ranked #1, right? Again, it's debatable, but he's ranked #1. #2 is Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder's next fight is against a guy that's ranked #6 in Luis Ortiz. #3 is Andy Ruiz Jr. Andy Ruiz Jr. is against a guy that's ranked #4. #5 is Dillian Whyte. Dillian Whyte's last fight was against Oscar Rivas, who is ranked #11. That's what the others are doing, or the others have done. Tyson Fury is getting away with fighting Tom Schwartz, ranked outside the top 60, and Charles Martin, Anthony Joshua smashed to pieces 2 years ago, that's not ranked in the top 30. Again, people, I asked the question. And this isn't, I feel like this channel's becoming an anti-Tyson Fury channel. It's not. I actually like Tyson Fury. I think Tyson Fury is a very good fighter. If I didn't think Tyson Fury was a very good fighter, I wouldn't make this rant about Tyson Fury fighting guys that I don't think he should be fighting. If I thought Tyson Fury was bang average, I wouldn't be too upset about him fighting the likes of Trevor Bryan or the other names he's been linked to, Manuel Charr or Charles Martin. I wouldn't be upset at all. But because I think he is that damn good, he shouldn't get away with fighting guys that are simply not on his level. He shouldn't be. Again, Deontay Wilder's fighting Luis Ortiz. Andy Ruiz and AJ are going to get it on. Dillian Whyte just fought Oscar Rivas. I mean, we're even hearing rumors about Hughie Fury versus Povetkin. Yet Tyson Fury, the recognized #1 in the world, the lineal champion, is looking to square up against either Trevor Bryan or Charles Martin. It'd be one of those two. And before people say, who else can he fight? Fight Kubrat Pulev. Fight Kubrat Pulev, whose ban has been lifted by the California State Athletic Commission. Kubrat Pulev will 110% fight Tyson Fury if they say to Kubrat Pulev, the winner gets Deontay Wilder. 110%. Kubrat Pulev is a guy that's been recognized as a top 10 guy for the last, I don't know, 7 or 8 years. Fight him. And I like Charles Martin. I think Charles Martin's on the way back. I say on the way back, he's 33. But I like the way he's kind of rebuilt. He took a long time off after the AJ, fought Adam Kalnacki, lost that one, but put up a good performance. And I think he won his last fight by KO. But regardless of all that, he's not on the same level as Tyson Fury. But these are the names that are being linked to the #1 heavyweight in the world. Trevor Bryan, Manuel Charr, Charles Martin. No. If I'm Deontay Wilder, I'm like, no. Part of the agreement of me fighting you is that you at least pick someone in the top 10 to fight before fighting me. How the fuck can I fight Luis Ortiz and you fight Charles Martin? How? Charles Martin is the type of name that I expect to be associated with, maybe after one more fight, a Daniel Dubois. Daniel Dubois, Charles Martin is the kind of name I'm thinking for. Tough fight for Dubois, but that's the kind of name I expect Charles Martin to be linked with if he's being linked to a British fighter. Maybe even a Joe Joyce, but I think Joe Joyce is above that now, actually. So Daniel Dubois makes sense. So I'm thinking he's supposed to be associated with Daniel Dubois and he's been associated with Tyson Fury. I don't know why I'm doing all that shit. Trigonometry. But Fury fans, you got to make some noise here. You got to make some noise. If AJ was considered the #1 heavyweight in the world and AJ said, you know what, I wouldn't mind fighting a Trevor Bryant or a Tom Schwartz, fucking vilified. His head would come off. They'll decapitate it and put it on a stick. But yet Tyson Fury, the guy that goes around talking as though I'm the king, I'm this, I'm that, the guy that talks the most is getting away with fighting subpar heavyweights. If it is Charles Martin, and this is a big if, again, this is all could, but these are the names that we're hearing. If it is Charles Martin, that's don't want to swear actually, because YouTube ain't happy about me swearing, but if it is Charles Martin, that's a disgrace. It's an utter disgrace. It really is. It's bad, right? You don't deserve the Deontay Wilder fighting Charles Martin. I'm sorry, you don't. You don't. And people might say, oh yeah, but he won. I don't care about even winning that fight. I don't care about that's done. That's over. I'm talking about what have you done for me lately? And what have you done for me lately was pick a kid from Germany that no one's heard of and now pick the worst former world champion I can ever remember in my life. In fact, it's close between him and Bermane Stiverne. But I'm going to say he is the worst because he won it by a guy falling down and breaking his leg. Yeah. Peace.